Chapter 4. Things Go Very Wrong. Sam was harnessed into an open, two-seated vehicle. It looked like an old coal mining car. Big wheels on a primitive track. Nothing fancy about it. Sam felt a pang of disappointment. This wasn't what she'd expected. Next to her sat the pale-faced boy. Up close, Sam noticed that his skin was flawless, perfectly smooth. He never looked Sam in the eyes. There was something else, too. Something stiff about his manner. He stared forward as if he were waiting for a bus. Two workers in orange flight suits walked around, checking on the 8 cars, making sure each passenger was safely strapped in. Sam glanced around the warehouse. It was gray, almost plain. "Is this it?" she asked a bearded worker. He laughed. "No worries, Missy. We haven't put in all the finishing touches. Grand openings are like that. This here is only a shuttle car that will carry you through a tunnel of solid rock. When you arrive at the loading zone, my colleagues will lead you into a high tower. No one can see this tower from the road, by the way, because it looks exactly like a massive oak tree." He flashed a gold tooth. "That's when you enter the dragon's mouth." He grabbed a wicker basket in Sam's direction. "No cell phones." "Really?" "Really," the man confirmed. "Messes with electronics, like on airplanes. Besides, Mr. Overstreet does not allow photography." Sam reluctantly placed her phone into the basket. The cell represented Sam's connection to her parents and her friends. By handing over the phone, Sam said goodbye to the outside world. "Ready?" the man asked. Before Sam could answer, the car lurched forward, and her back pressed against the seat. They clinked and rattled along the track. The car sloped down into an underground tunnel lit by green floor lights. Sam liked the fluorescent lights and the trapped feeling of the tunnel. She felt like she was being swallowed by a great beast. "This is cool," she smiled at the boy. He didn't answer, just gripped the front rail of the car. "I'm Sammy, or Sam, just not Samantha." "Oh, I don't care, take your pick," she said cheerfully. "What's your name?" Sam saw his lip move, but she couldn't hear a word the boy said. The explosions were too deafening. Sam's ears rang from the noise. Startled, she tried to turn in her seat, locate the source of the blasts, but the harness was too tight. The boy tilted his head forward, hands over his ears, eyes closed. Clouds of smoke and grit began to fill the tunnel. He coughed softly. Could this be the ride? Sam wondered. It didn't seem right. She pulled the top of her shirt over her mouth to keep out the smoke. Sam recalled the sky, how it had shimmered strangely just before they entered the warehouse. Her feeling of being watched from above. Then came another explosion, louder than before. A jagged crack formed on the ceiling. Large chunks of rock and granite crashed behind them. Sam yanked fiercely at her harness, pulling an arm through and twisting herself around. She saw that they were cut off from the rest of the passenger cars, separated by an avalanche of rock. She heard screams muffled from behind the fallen rocks. They were the screams of frightened and desperate children who might be injured, bleeding, buried alive. "Something has gone wrong. This should not be happening," the boy said. He clutched at Sam's hand. His fear charged through Sam's body like an electric current. "Those kids back there." He dared not finish the sentence. Sam knew he was right. Something had gone terribly wrong, and the car rolled on through the smoke-filled dark.